on this red though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's finished a little bit awkward there because the black's only available into one corner at the moment, and he's got to be careful he doesn't cannon the red that's to the left of the 3 there. He needs to slip past that and out onto the black. So it's not straightforward, as you mentioned, Ken. Straight on this red would have been absolutely perfect. Let's have a look if he can avoid that cannon. Yeah, well played.
Thanks. 15. Two. 23.
A little bit of adrenaline creeping in to Neil Robertson's back arm. Overshot the blue there. Good distance on the yellow, but could have travelled more of a distance now with the cue ball.
Yes, it's all about trying to keep close control so
25.
that you're making things as easy as possible.
Thanks. 26.
He might have to play a little cannon here, so he's got to be a bit careful. He'd have preferred to have been straighter on this black, then he wouldn't have had to bother with the cannon. The gentlest of cannons to make sure it didn't slip out of position.
33.
Now can he hold himself together and get himself into his first ever Masters semi-final?
$34.
The winner of this match will play the sensational Judd Trump. So we'll have 2 left-handers in that semi-final regardless of who wins this match.
Yeah, just had a look at the score there, 37 points ahead. So he wants blue and at least 2 more of these last 4 remaining reds.
39. $40.
Well, Mark can only sit there and, well, hope that something can go wrong. It's been a spirited fight back. He had breaks of 68 and then 78 to get himself just 1 frame behind, and he was looking good until he missed that comfortable black.
And Neil Robertson just slightly ran out of position, which is not straightforward. Digging down on the cue ball just makes this putt a little bit more difficult.
Yes, he only needs 1 more red after the blue. You see, if he rolls the blue to try and get on this red to the left of the black, he's got to be careful, but I don't think it's an in-off, and I don't think he would cannon the pink. We'll find out shortly. It was an in-off, but he hasn't hit it hard enough. I think it's just going to pull up. That's what he was worried about. Wow. No wonder he's puffing his cheeks. Quick glance at the scoreboard, he knows 1 more pot could see him through to the semi-final.
Yeah, so what a pot he's left with. This is not easy. Cue ball in the jaws of the pocket, playing a red into a blind pocket as he looks down his cue. Oh, well played. Made sure of the red.
46.
Yeah, relied on his technique and smooth cueing there, and it could be the end of the Masters now for Mark Williams. Yeah, that definitely seals the match. All started with a very tactical opening
49.
frame that lasted 40 minutes, but there's been some great snooker and
50.
a great fight back from 4-1 down and from 5-3 behind. It looked like he could take us to a deciding frame. Great feeling now, Ken, when you're walking around knocking balls and you've clinched the match, isn't it?
Yeah,
57.
particularly, as you said, Dennis, it'll be his first semi-final. What a mouth-watering prospect that will be.
57.
Mark Williams, the gentleman that he is, will come forward and congratulate Neil Robinson. So the battle of the left-handers goes to the Australian. It was a tough battle in the end, but he goes through to the semi-final, winning 6 frames to 4. Thank you, Gary.
I'm not quite sure who that is on there. It's Gary Wilkinson, yes. I'm not quite sure what he's doing with Gary's ID, but there we go. It's all down to Gary, I think. Anyway, congratulations to Neil Robertson, through at last to a Masters semi-final. And gentlemen, in here, he was made to work all the way, even in that final frame, positionally just a fraction off all the way through that deciding break.
It was a great break that he was hanging on. He was never right all the way through it, like sort of first 7 or 8 shots, positional shots, just a little bit off, just a little bit, kept potting balls, pulling another one, just slightly wrong again. A very high quality break that, and under the circumstances to win the match, exceptional.
How did you rate his performance, particularly when Mark was beginning to creep back at him?
Yeah, I mean, as John said, it was a great break to get over the line, because it's never easy. As I say, when you're at a position, you have to keep your concentration, your focus. Mark had a great chance there, overscrewed a red into the middle. A tricky black, but one obviously we expected him to get. And then, as I say, when you get presented with a chance, Neil was quick out of his chair and as I say, focus his concentration.
The difference is, when you're playing as good as Neil can play and the top boys are, when they smell a chance and it's the one to get over the line, generally they can take it.
Well done, he's through.
Well done.
4th time of asking. Now, what is this about
Nice
the tip
tip.
here?
Medic.
Congratulations, by the way.
I was crying out at 3-1. I made a 90 odd to go 3-1 up, but during the break, I actually miscued earlier in practice before the match, and it just flared up, and I missed the green to like make the centre or something, but completely sprayed off, and so Gary Wilkinson had to sort of try and repair it as good as he can, but
Done well at play, because you must be able to see that looking down the
yeah,
queue.
every time I missed a few balls playing with screw, like with bottom, and I can see the tip, like it's just hello, you know. So yeah, really relieved to get through. I mean, I have to change my tip tonight and try and graft it out against Judd with the new tip.
Have you got any old ones, or have you got to put a brand new one on?
No, I mean, yeah, you're meant to sort of play in a few tips and have one ready.
Or pinch a few off the cue.
That's very old school, but I haven't done it, so
Well,
yeah,
we know
I'm
what
not
you're going to be
there.
doing on a
But,
Friday night.
yeah, I'm going to have to do a couple of hours practice with a new tip tonight, so I'm going to have to get someone to put one on and try and hopefully I can play it in for tomorrow, because it's very hard playing with these new cloths. You know, with a brand new tip, it's probably a player's worst nightmare. You know.
Well, you got that work to do, but I mean, regardless, through at the 4th time of asking to a Masters semi-final, that has got to be a real source of satisfaction for you.
Yeah, I think, like I said when I did an interview before the tournament, I mean, I've lost to Mark Allen last year, played great against me. I've lost to Maguire twice, when he was at his best.
Yeah.
And Ronnie in an unbelievable match like a couple of years ago. I played 2 matches in a row here, and I made 5 centuries, and I lost both matches. So
That was one of the best matches I saw all year. That was one of the best matches. You did 6-5 when it was unbelievable play.
Yeah, it was. And the one against Maguire was 5 centuries in a row between us. I still lost. So maybe the worse I play, I'll get better results.
But of course, he pushed you all the way today, Mark. You were 4-1 up, 5-3 in front. What were you thinking when he was beginning to claw back at you there?
Yeah, I had a couple of chances. I mean, I think once I went 4, I mean, he made a break in about 3 minutes. And then, I had a good century, really good century. I potted some really good balls under pressure, actually, during the century break to go 5-3. And then from there on, you expect to have at least maybe one decent chance from 5-3. And it sort of came in the last there where he's missed the black after I potted the blue and potted the red. So yeah, very fortunate to take that opportunity.
And Stephen, John, I know we're certainly looking forward to a match against Judd Trump tomorrow. How much are you looking forward to what is a repeat of the UK semi-final?
Yes,
That was
revenge.
a cracker.
Yeah, I think Judd said I played sort of try to slow it up, but that wasn't the case. I was just playing really bad in the second session, and I mean, what am I? I mean, I'm not going to play really attacking stuff, and I'm not playing very well. So I just had to try and get back in the match, which I did, and had my opportunities, didn't take them. So tomorrow, I mean, it all just depends on how my tip is. I mean, if it's not playing any good, then I'm going to graft you down, Judd. Thorburn was nothing. No, I like to play attacking snooker, and I mean, Mark Allen had some funny comments as well after a match. I mean, I thought I played reasonably quick, but yeah, there you go. But yeah, if I get in the balls, I play quick. But you know, if I'm looking at opportunities to play a really good safety shot, I'm going to take as long as I want to find the right safety shots.
All being well with the tip, and provided things are going well in that department, what is the best way of playing Judd Trump? Because to many people who are neutrals in the game, he seems to be unstoppable a lot of the time at the moment, because the confidence that he's acquired after winning that UK title, you know what that's like. You've won a great big championship, world title. It does help, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, after I won the World Championship, I won the World Open. So, in effect, I won three out of 5 BBC tournaments within about 9 months. And I thought, oh, I'm going to win everything. I'm going to win the UK, I'm going to win the Masters, I'm going to hold everything. And yeah, you know, but I think he's playing really well. He's full of confidence, but players are getting opportunities against him. I mean, you know, Ronnie had his opportunities there. I think early part of the match is pretty key. You know, I don't think he's sort of one to be known from coming back from behind in a match. I think he's very similar to Ding when Ding came on sort of 4 or 5 years ago, where Ding was just annihilating everyone. That's what Judd's doing. He's getting out, great front runner. Yeah, so the start of the match is pretty key, I think. I think in watching the match against Ronnie, I think the funny thing is that you don't want to walk away from the match thinking that you were the one who tried to play the defensive stuff to try and win. I think that Ronnie could have played a lot more safety shots and put Judd in a lot more trouble, but kept playing sort of aggressive attacking shots where he was winning or losing the frame if he missed. And they weren't really high percentage pots. So I think that's the thing. Ronnie wouldn't want to walk away from that match yesterday as the one who tried to slow it down or tried to play the majority of the safety shots. Do you agree? Or
Yeah, you have to play your own game. That's it. I mean, you know, your best game is easily good enough to win, and you know, Judd is obviously on the crest of a wave. He's going for everything. But as Neil says, the start of the match is very important. And I myself, I can't remember Judd coming from behind to win a lot of matches. So he's expecting to be in front of the matches early. So. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a fantastic
Which makes
match,
obviously the opening few frames absolutely critical in a match like this for Neil.
Yeah, absolutely. And my advice to you is, see if there's a local snooker club anywhere. I'll bet you there's a tip somewhere that you can nick off one of the cues, if it's off a pool cue or if it's off in a queue. There'll be someone local who'll give you a tip that's broken in. So
Look
it might be worth
Gumtree,
doing it.
that might be the next option.
If there's anyone out there.
It's not the worst idea, honestly.
No.
Yeah. You did actually say before this match that were anybody to come down wearing the Aussie colours, flying a flag, wearing a cork hat,
I tell you
there'd be
what,
a
I said I'd
pint.
buy everyone a pint, and there was hardly anyone there.
I know.
Must have been it's a great
You saved
shame.
your money. Are you going to extend the invitation tomorrow?
Yes, yeah, I will. If there's a couple hundred Aussies, I'll get them all a pint.
Okay, now
I
you
promise,
heard that.
I promise, I'll do it.
Okay,
I'll put
all right.
money behind the bar, and you can all flood to it, but you've got to wear an Aussie shirt or a corkscrew hat
And
or
make
something
yourself
like
heard, yeah? All right, well, you heard it. The invitation.
that. Or a Chelsea jersey.
Oh, no, come on. It's got to be national colours. All right, thank you very much, Neil. Well played.
All
I
right,
hope you
cheers.
get
Thanks.
successful with the grafting tonight on that tip.
Yeah.
But thank you very much, and well played again today. All
Cheers,
right.
thank
Now,
you.
before you go, we're going to reflect on last night's quarter-final between two Scots. It was an all-Scottish affair. John Higgins and Graham Dott, both world champions, of course. This was a fairly hard fall.